friends! Now, if you're new here, you might be wondering, what is this girl's deal? Well, my deal is that I am a retired theater costumer. These days, I'm committed to what I'm calling selfish sewing, which basically just means that I'm sewing for myself now, and I'm keeping the things I make. It kind of dawned on me a little while ago, roughly a year ago actually, when the 20 questions costume tag was going around, that all of the best things I've ever made are in a warehouse somewhere, and I don't really have access to them. It kind of hurts my heart to think about a little bit, especially because my own wardrobe is slightly basic at the moment, which is fine, but I kind of want to dress like a whimsical creature all the time. I also do have some very strange things in my closet that were donated to me because of my experience as a costumer, but that's a whole nother video. Here on my channel, we love to encourage people to sew the things that they actually want to wear. We also love sustainable practices, so prepare to see a lot of bed sheets and curtains, and not just because I'm broke. It's totally because I'm broke. Another staple of my channel is the series Keep Sewing On. This is a series where I basically stalk other sewists on the internet, and then I show you guys the cool things that I found. Do you want a chance to be featured, or do you know someone who sews who you think would be a really good fit for the series? Send me an email with a project that they've made, tell me about it, or about yourself, and I'll be sure to feature you. Alternatively, you could just tag me on Instagram at Miahgracesews, whatever floats you goats. And I may have neglected to mention, I also make printable PDF sewing patterns in the alternative fashion genre, so things like Lolita and Goth, and general fantasy-inspired or history-inspired clothing that I don't really see anywhere else, because not everyone wants to draft their own patterns, and the girl's gotta eat. Works out for both of us. Speaking of my sewing patterns, they range from size 1 to 20. My size 1 has a 32-inch waist, and my size 20 has a 55, so it's a bit of a range there. And I'm just gonna say it, for the people in the back, it's really not that hard to be size inclusive. And the first thing that you learn how to do when you're learning how to sew should not be learning how to size up a garment. That's ridiculous. It should just fit you. And if my sizes don't fit you, shoot me an email, I'll grade it up for you. No big deal, no extra cost. Oh, and speaking of fit, when relevant, I mark the bust line, waistline, and hip line of my garment patterns so that you can adjust the lengths of your pattern before you even make a mock-up. This does a lot in the way of perfecting fit. For each of my patterns, I always do a written and a video tutorial. This is because not everyone learns the same way, and I want to make sewing as accessible for people as possible. Before I end the video, I just wanted to say that sewing clothing for myself is one of the most rewarding things that I do. I find it wildly empowering to be able to sew the things that I actually want to put on my body, because as a 6-foot-tall metalhead with historic and fantasy leanings, I'm not going to be able to find what I want to wear basically anywhere. Unless I go to, like, Maria Heller, of course, but she's amazing. But my point is really that you shouldn't have to go around begging clothing manufacturers to make garments that have pockets or are actually long enough to fit on a human body. You can just do it yourself. And myself and everyone else in the YouTube sewing community would love to help you along the way. We've got your back, man. So I hope you find what you're looking for here on my channel, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye, friends!